Hi everyone, it's Giselle with a message for today, and I wanted to talk about some energies that I've been feeling, and dream messages that I've had, and of course, some physical signs from the universe that actually I've experienced a couple of years ago, exactly on the day. So, this wasn't planned at all. I was going to go for lunch with my sister to this place I'd never been to, and it was out of the way, more towards the outskirts of town. And yeah, I wasn't thinking, oh, yeah, we're going there today and I'll be seeing these signs again. But before I launched my channel 2 years ago, I saw a bunch of swans on my way to work because I'd taken a different route that day. It was with a bunch of colleagues, so I don't normally take that route because I live in a different part of town. But because we were encouraged to do something for, I think it's Mental Health Day, because our workplace supports mental health as their main charity. And I've done stagnant bike rides and static bike rides. Jeez, I can't talk. For them on a few occasions too. And so that time was a walk, and we had to measure our walk, our miles for that day, our steps, I think it was, and collaboratively. Why can't I talk? Collaboratively sort of put our scores down and get sponsored for the amount of walking that we did. And that was particularly that day, 2 years ago, that I ran into a bunch of swans on the way to work again. And I felt so inspired. I felt like the universe was giving me a thumbs up, a nudge, and saying, don't give up. You are headed in the right direction. Your journey is real. We are sending you these swans just to show to you that you are on the right track, on the right path. And it made me feel very, very inspired. I remember sending Nikki from Divine Love Crystal Grid that photo because I used to like updating her on signs and synchronicities that I saw because I didn't have my channel yet, and so I wasn't able to tell anyone else. And it felt quite lonely on this journey, just being by myself, what felt like for the longest time. And I remember emailing her about it. And even though I wasn't known as Twin Flame Magic yet, I was already doing the psychic work and the healing and other things like that for people. So I was already doing readings, and I was already known on the phone lines and everything. So I was already in touch with a few clients, just none through this Twin Flame Magic channel. And one of my clients on that day, on the 10th of the 10th, had run into who she believes is her person. And I just thought, wow, okay, more signs, more synchronicities, more amazing news on this day. And yeah, 10/10/2017 was absolutely filled with magic because of those signs. Last year, I don't quite remember having that. Last year. I'm just trying to think. What happened in October last year? Not very much from what I can remember. I don't remember seeing the signs. I felt that last year, although I had experienced a lot of growth, was a little bit of a stagnant year, to be fair. I was expecting it to be a lot more action-driven and progressive, but it wasn't. It was quite a stagnant year, looking back at it. But then this October, this 10/10, a few days ago, I saw these swans again just as I was passing through to go to this little restaurant for lunch. So it was completely unplanned. It was completely unintentional. It wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm going to go there again and I'll see these swans again. It wasn't anything like that, but it was a good reminder for me to say, look, you are still on the right track. And I feel very happy with that inspiration that I received. And then the evening of 10:10, I had a dream that took me a few days to fully analyze and understand, because a lot of dreams happen with more hidden messages and layers than what I'm able to perceive at that time of them happening. And this dream was me and my beloved being together, and him wearing a red t-shirt and me wearing it looked like a green and yellow mixed color, like a green yellowy top. And we were together, and it was a beautiful dream, but I woke up not really understanding very much more than, oh yeah, we're interlinked and emotionally intertwined and spiritually synced up. And so we are able to share telepathic messages and energies. But as the days progressed, I understood more what this was. And it is the way that I do my healings actually shows me in this manner. And I'm sure if you've had healing done, you'll understand this process. I basically sometimes, not all the time, but a lot of times am called to blend your chakra energies together to give a certain result. So say you want more communication, but more heartfelt communication, I'll blend your heart and throat chakras during your healing session so that I can send you that kind of communication, and that it does express itself, over the next few days or weeks or however long it needs to take to complete that process of your healing. And so I felt from that dream what that was is his base chakra. He's very results driven, very physical, as in, wanting results, wanting to do things, very hands-on, very, okay, let's get things going, let's get things moving. I never want to stand still. I always want to see things and experience them on a physical 3D level. Whereas I'm very heart-based, very emotional, whilst, I am still very driven and action-oriented. I have become a lot more heart-centered, especially on this journey. But what I felt from that dream was we were actually sharing and blending those energies from each other, like I do during the healings, where he brings the very physical male aspect of, I'm going to get things done. I bring the emotional female aspect of, we want to blend things and want to follow our heart and do everything heart-based, even if we want to get physical results. So that's what I took away from that dream. It was all very, very inspiring to see that we are working together behind the scenes on an energetic level, and through these dreams can telepathically communicate these things. So, yeah, that was very insightful to know. And what I feel from the energy coming up, the full moon, it is that very driven, very base chakra, very fiery Aries energy, but coming into a more heart-centered way of doing things. And that's where I feel that we're headed. So it's very positive, way of blending energies, because I feel we can share from each other the aspects that we both need to balance things and to get our heart's desires to show up on the physical plane. Hope that makes sense. If you'd like to book a session with me, all the details are in the description. I am still doing the 3 for 2 offer until the 14th. You buy 2 sessions, you get your third one free. You can stock up if you so wish to, because I won't be doing the 3 for 2s for quite some time. If you also want to sign up to my mailing list, you can. And I thank you all so very much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.